First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Looks like you need a vacation. Enter the 5-Hour Energy Where Will the Tide Take You sweepstakes. You could win a $10,000 dream beach vacation. Imagine jet setting off to a tropical paradise, having fun in the sun, or diving at a gorgeous reef. It's up to you. No purchase necessary. Go to 5HETide.com for official rules and to enter. That's 5HETide.com. Enter today. Ends June 30th, 2024.
The syndicated Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla, which airs noon till 3, Monday through Friday on Fox News Radio. And he's on the line right now. Jimmy, good morning.
Keeler.
Good morning. Good morning.
You ain't kidding, man. I'm fired up today. I ate the good Tide Pods for this one.
Okay. So, all right, listen, what do you think of this Biden infrastructure thing? Is this thing going anywhere?
No, it's hilarious, by the way. It really is. I mean, the negotiation they had, we brought in the representative on the Republican side, and she basically said, he seemed to be negotiating in good faith, but he didn't seem to be in charge. See, Biden, this is what everybody needs to understand. Joe Biden is the political equivalent of having an elderly relative who has diet restrictions. Everybody's gone out to dinner with the old grandpa who says, I'll have the lasagna. And then before the waiter can leave the table, somebody grabs the waiter and is like, he can't have cheese. Bring him the chicken instead. And that's Biden. Biden says, I'll have the moderation. And before the waiter leaves the table, they're like, he can't have the moderation. Bring him the socialism instead. Bring him the bacon.
That's very funny.
That's
sadly,
truth.
Very true. Yeah, it seems.
It's scary. No say.
How about this trip to Central America and Mexico and the vice president? I mean, the coverage has been just off the wall on this thing.
Inside, she won't go to the border. Like, she's going to go to on-the-border Mexican restaurant chain before she goes to the actual border. She won't go to the border.
You're right.
Because
I've been there.
Yeah, no, I've been there. We had the chips, we had the salsa. No, that's not the border problem. We weren't asking you to address the wait time to get seated. It was the entry into the country. But, that sociopathic answer with Lester Holt, did you see that one?
I did.
Goes,
yeah.
The border. We've been to the border. I've been to the border. We've been to the border. You haven't been to the border. She's like, well, what is that? I haven't been to Europe. I mean, she was talking to Lester Holt. Like, I'm sure there's someone listening in the audience. Certainly not a member of the show.
Right.
I'm sure there's somebody listening to the audience who has come home, like, drunk or stoned and run into a parent they didn't expect to encounter on the way to bed and now had to answer questions they weren't prepared to answer.
Right.
That's Kamala Harris in every one of these interviews. Like, she's way beyond her depth, man.
I don't understand why she's had. This has been in the news for the last couple of months, or a month at the very least. Everybody's been asking this question, but never been able to really ask it of her. That's the best answer she could come up with after 30 days of prep?
I know. And her being a politician, every word that comes out of a traditional politician's mouth goes to a focus group of about 40 people.
Yeah.
Press slack, crisis management, stuff like that. So the fact that they are as inept as they are should be concerning, because it's not just her blowing that answer. It's the 40 yahoos that surround her.
Yeah.
And they don't know what they're doing. But the big thing is they just don't want to go to the border, as you know, because the media does follow them on these trips. And if Kamala goes to the border, the networks will show up and cover the physical conditions at the border.
Right.
When a Republican congressman goes down there and gets, like, rocks thrown at him, we don't even acknowledge that it happened.
Right.
Like, oh, they must own a timeshare.
Yeah.
Let them go do what they do.
If you've got a problem getting out of your timeshare, call me.
I had the same problem till I got the Rio Grande. Then I started counting the guys who sold them to me.
It does seem like the treatment is definitely different. But I do think that she's going to come back. We're going to be focusing on this infrastructure thing, and it does not seem like anything's going to get done.
No, and it's a good thing, to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay, what the Democrats are trying to do, because they know they're going to lose the midterms, and they're going to get crushed in the midterms in terms of congressional seats.
Right.
is they're basically trying to go on. Do you remember those old TV shows where they'd have a shopping spree where you had 5 minutes to throw every item you could in the cart?
Yes.
Supermarket sweep!
Love it. Yeah.
But that's exactly what they're doing right now. You know, they're like, paid maternity leave, you know, anything, $15 minimum wage. They're just throwing it all in and running through the store. And the fact that this finally slowed down is a good thing for the country because none of this is going to help. I mean, if you look at inflation right now, that's just the end result of print and spend economics. It's not sustainable, and it crushes the little guy. And, you know, when you look at these gas prices, forget driving. What about the people on my radio show that sniff the gas? They got to really take it in the pocket, you know?
Okay. On that note, I'm gonna let you go, Jimmy. Thank you for the time. We appreciate it, and good luck out there.
We're trying. See you soon, Keeler. Bye-bye.
Okay. Jimmy Failla.
I thought he was going to tell you to stop huffing that gas and put him on the show.
That's just the gas. Somebody said, I think somebody had posted the other day, the high test gasoline at $3.99. So almost hitting that $4 mark. Although they have not, the prices, I don't think the prices have gone up as high as I thought they were going to. It seemed like they were moving up very quickly, and that seems to have slowed just a little bit.
It has a little, but we're not even in the summer driving season yet, I don't think. Maybe that is maybe the
Memorial Day kind of kicks that off. So.
Yeah, so I guess we're just in it, but I think it's just going to continue to trickle upward.
It is unbelievable that these oil companies or the refineries or whoever dictates what the prices should be. It's like, wait a minute, you're telling me that there was high winds in the Northeast? We better raise the gas prices.
Yeah.
Right? It's like they look for every possible excuse. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take a hurricane or a giant fire or a hacking attack. It takes whatever they come up with that's like, oh, yeah, this is going to be bad. This is going to kill supply. We're going to have to raise the prices.
I hate to blame a party, but I had blame one party or the other. But, I think a lot of it has to do with a Republican administration comes in, they say you can drill anywhere, and we're opening up the pipeline.
Reducing all restrictions.
Right. A Democrat administration comes in and says you must stop drilling, and you can't drill here, and you can't do this. And by the way, we're going to be fully electric by the year 2035. And oh, by the way, Russia, here's some money for your brand new oil pipeline, even though we think those are the worst things in the world.
Here's yesterday, the company that was developing that project has basically said they're done. They're walking away from it. So that's not going to happen.